Hello everyone, and welcome to another royal reading here at MadWorldTarot. And some dark topics today, so that's fair warning. And Tarot of the Abyss on the tarot table for this first reading. And I'm going to dip my toe into some rather toxic waters now with this Diddy story. And I'm going to be looking at degrees of separation when it comes to Prince Harry. We know that Harry is mentioned in the court filings. Diddy has now been arrested. Harry isn't accused of any wrongdoing, and I have to make that very clear. But he was mentioned. He was the only high-profile person mentioned in those documents that allegedly his name was used as a kind of a lure to draw people into Diddy's infamous parties. Diddy, of course, arrested now and awaiting trial, and people are speculating about who might be implicated when this all gets revealed in court, and various names are being tossed around, and some of them are very close to Harry. We know Harry knows Sean Combs. Prince William's also been photographed with him years ago, so there is no question about the fact that there's a very tangible and direct connection, but there's also less direct connections, degrees of separation, and those might include people speculating around such people as Jay-Z, Beyonce's husband, and of course there's a close connection there. Tyler Perry is speculated to have been a very enthusiastic party goer, shall we just say. That's a rumor. So there's another very close connection. And another one is Corey Gamble, who is rumored to be Diddy's fixer on certain platforms. He's being accused of being that. Harry phoned in from a ski lodge to the Diana Awards last year. He was skiing with Corey Gamble, Kris Jenner's partner, and phoned in so late, as far as I can recall. Prince William was actually hosting the event in London, and then he left, and Harry was going to phone in after he left. But the kids who were, or the young people, that's a better expression, who were waiting the call from America had to wait a very long time before Harry actually got around to phoning in. I do remember that quite vividly. And that was skiing with Corey Gamble. So as I say, these are names that are being tossed around, being suggested, and they are close acquaintances. And so degrees of separation, not very many. We're not at 6 degrees of separation. We're at 1 or 2 in this situation. So as I say, a bit of a dark topic to read on. The allegedly light is flashing now. We're not accusing Harry of any wrongdoing. I have to make that very clear. I want to know simply how concerned he is about these people and these associations, and whether there's going to be some tainting by association. That's what I'm looking at in this reading, because of course a small world, and it just might get a bit awkward. So I want to know if he's worried. He might not be worried at all, in which case the energy will show up in this reading that he's not remotely concerned about this. I'm doing a Celtic Cross from Prince Harry's point of view to see if he is worried about being tainted by association. And that is the drive of this reading, is not at all asking whether he himself did anything untoward. And I have to remind you, it's just tarot, and it is for fun and entertainment purposes only. I just read energy here. It is all my opinion. It's all speculation. And of course there is a disclaimer in the box below, and please read it, and please do your own research and form your own opinions about this topic, which I'm sure is going to get a lot of airtime. Not necessarily Harry's connection with these people, but just the case itself. And there's another ugly case, of course, with Mohammed Al-Fayed going on at the moment. So these stories are emerging. They do from time to time. And of course, connections to both, really, interestingly. I'm not insinuating anything by that. I'm merely observing. Of course, as such a high-profile person, Harry has access to people that ordinary mortals don't have access to. And that is one of the pitfalls, possibly, of celebrity. So, there you go. Celtic Cross coming up, Harry, and whether he is concerned at all about possibly being associated. And yeah, there's the energy, the 9 of Wands, and it is in reverse. 9 of Wands is being ring-fenced, protected, having your guard up, having your boundaries, and it's in reverse, which tells me that it's possible that he is concerned. That's our underlying energy, and that tells me that somebody is very worried that they're not going to be able to withstand the blows that are going to come from these associations, these associates, and that there isn't sufficient distance between him and those connections, with the 9 of Wands in reverse. So that is quite an interesting card. There's the artwork. Somebody who's beaten down, somebody who's damaged, and in the reverse, it's somebody who really may not be able to endure for much longer under the blows that are raining down. So that is our underlying energy for this reading, and let's have a look and see the situation that Harry is in. How's he feeling right now, the situation that he finds himself in? We've got the 2 of Wands, and that's planning. So he might be taking steps to consult with people and have a chat. There was some speculation that that alleged birthday party, that Tyler Perry birthday party, the double birthday party for him and Harry, was actually a get together of people who might be concerned about some of the blowback from this arrest in this court case and might be having a chat about it. There's a bit of that energy in that 2 of Wands, of planning, of talking to people and discussing things like that. It's preparing, planning, but because it's the 2 of Wands, it's also about your associates. And so this is the message of this reading. Well, this is the topic of this reading. That's a better word. Topic of this reading is he tainted by association? Is he worried about being tainted by association? And there is association in the 2 of Wands. So problems, challenges facing Harry right now. And I've got the Queen of Pentacles, and it's really to be seen as very grounded, very nurturing, doing the right thing, the decent thing. The Queen of Pentacles is one of those cards, when it's upright, that's just very wholesome. It's interesting, it's coming through as female energy. It's traditionally in these royal readings, for me, it's the late Queen, it's the Princess of Wales. It's that kind of energy of wholesome, pure, supporting, generous, grounded, and there's something in that, of that kind of energy, that I think he would like to be tapping into right now, which might be quite difficult for him. None of the candidates that I have suggested or that I have mentioned that are being discussed, these associates, are in that energy, that Queen of Pentacles energy. That is even England as well. It's a Capricorn country, and as far as I can recall, and it's almost wanting to realign himself with that energy and move away from the very damaging Hollywood energy that he is possibly having to deal with right now. So behind the scenes, what's going on? Hidden energy down here what do we have to deal with? We've got the Ten of Swords, and it's in reverse, and this is the card of absolute ruin. The Ten of Swords, it's one of these cards that the artwork doesn't even begin to express how bad that Ten of Swords is. I need to tell you that sitting at the top of the deck, well, at the bottom of the deck, is I'll scratch the devil sitting staring at me as I'm doing this reading. So we'll take it out, because it is that energy of being chained, bound by things that are less than savory, toxic situations, toxic connections. I'm tired of having the card staring at me out of the corner of my eye, or me staring at it, and so we'll put it on the tarot table. I think it needs to be here. Ten of Swords is the dark night of the soul, is ruin, is absolute destruction, endings, but very brutal and final endings. It's a kind of a death. It's in reverse. I think that he is very concerned that this could really end up a bit of an Uncle Andrew situation. Andrew has always protested his innocence, has made some unwise choices with the company he's kept, and it has caused him a Ten of Swords moment where he's had to retreat from the public life, and basically I don't think that there's any way back for him, any way to rehabilitate that image. And I think that Harry, this is my personal opinion and I'm speculating, and we've got a big flashing allegedly over this reading, I think that Harry is very worried that he could be facing the same fate, and is doing all in his power to prevent it, because the Ten of Swords is in reverse. That's how I'm reading that energy. So what's his mind on? What's his focus right now? And his focus is on, no, hang on. How is that possible? That's a Ten of Swords. That's a Ten of Swords. Okay, that's just very weird. That's just so weird that it's almost beyond me. There's two Ten of Swords in this deck, and I've never noticed. And if you've been telling me somewhere along the line, apologies for not seeing it. Two Tens of Swords, and they both showed up in this reading. Both in the reverse. I actually don't even know how to deal with that. It's just too startling for words. But there they are. I've always complained about this Ten of Swords. But it is swords. It's not the Ten of Wands. It's the Ten of Swords. So there's two Ten of Swords in this tarot deck. Why? There they are. And they both showed up for Harry. This is the unconscious position, the root of it. This is the conscious position. What's above? This is what's below. This is what's above. The Tens of Swords are surrounding him. So whatever brave face he's putting on in New York at the moment, then he's going to be trotting off to the UK to do the World Child Awards at the end of this week. Going into next week, he is beside himself with worry that these associations are really toxic, devil, and are really have the potential to cause him enormous damage. I'm not, again, accusing him of any wrongdoing himself. I am simply saying that he might be tainted by these people, these names that I've already mentioned, and there could be others as well. So past events, past associations, tell us what happened in the past. Five of Pentacles, and that's the being cast out. So we're not going to the parties here. We have the cast out energy, the exile, the banishment, the being separated from this very safe energy of the Queen of Pentacles, where everything is decent and orderly and loving and supportive and pure and good, and being exiled from that energy. And it's quite interesting that that is showing up as an issue in this reading. Some sort of energetic misstep a long time ago, has separated Harry from this energy and put him into that rather dark energy of the Five of Pentacles. I'm not going to delve into that. You can do your own delving. I think we know enough. We've got the Devil on the tarot table, 2 Tens of Swords, the 9 of Wands in reverse. It's mind-boggling. Where are we heading next? Or where is Harry heading next? Or what is coming towards him? In this situation, we've got the 3 of Cups, and that's friendships. Those are those associations again. It's not in a negative sense necessarily, that 3 of Cups, but I don't think it needs to show up in a negative sense, bearing in mind these 2 cards in particular that we have on the tarot table, that there is some issue with friendships. What might happen is that he might go into the arms of friends in the UK, because I'm getting a very powerful call with this Queen of Pentacles that he wants to go back to the UK. It could be one of the reasons why he's so insistent on trying to reforge those connections in the UK that he has broken so savagely and thrown away. Because of this, that he might want to go back into the comfort of old friendships, family members, aunts and uncles and cousins and things like that, as well as the friends, where it's safe and where he can leave this very toxic Hollywood energy behind him. This is, of course, my opinion, my speculation, and allegedly. How does he view his involvement at whatever level with this Diddy saga? What does he think of it? How does he view it? I've got the Page of Cups in reverse. It's a regret energy, sorry energy. You can see this person there in the Tempest in this card, because it is a dark tarot. Perhaps that's why they decided they needed 2 Tens of Swords. One wasn't enough in a very, very dark tarot, Tarot of the Abyss, which we haven't had out on the tarot table for a while. Page of Cups is a connection that is an unhappy one, that you could possibly regret and feel sorry about. And cups always are about loyalty, but they're also about partying and substances and things like that. And when it's in reverse, something that he now feels regretful about. I'm getting that energy very strongly in that card, that he wishes that he hadn't been the big party friend. Diddy even said as much about Harry, that when he was in the UK, Harry was the one. It wasn't Prince William, it was Harry that was the person that he would like to party with. I think that was the gist of what he said, and if I am misquoting, I apologize. It's not intentional at all. So, pressure that Harry is under from possibly these tainted connections, these very close connections. Got the 2 of Cups in reverse as well. This is again this desire to separate from them, distance himself from them. It's a breakup card. The 2 of Cups, when it's in reverse, very similar to this Page of Cups energy. He wants to distance himself. He wants to say, nothing to do with me. I don't know those people. They weren't really my friends. Didn't really have much to do with them. Didn't like them. And I've put it behind me, and I'm a good boy now. And see, I'm in New York and I'm hanging out with Queen Mathilde and all the rest of it, Hillary Clinton and the rest of them. And see, I'm brilliant. I'm wonderful. Hopes and fears for Harry. I've got the 8 of Wands. Yeah, you see, he wants to fly away. He wants to escape this energy. It's move forward from it. He doesn't want to sit in this energy. He literally wants to escape it. It's not normal for me to read the 8 of Wands as escape energy. It's fast forward energy. It's breaking through blockages, putting good press out. He wants this message to go out that he's the good guy, he's saving the world. I don't know how many events he's been to in New York. He's revived everything, Travelist, African Parks, Centre Bali, can't remember, the Halo Trust, you name it, Harry has been there. I think to spread out this message and to damp down this message That's one of the reasons why he's doing this. That is my opinion, that he wants to really blast through this situation with this news. And so outcome of this reading for Harry, how's it going to go? I've got the Ace of Pentacles. It looks like he's going to be saved at some level. We've already had the visa save for him and all the redactions, is that the right word, in the documentation, the court papers. So we're not allowed to see what really went on in that case. He's been saved. There's another save here. I've seen this card a few times recently. Ace of Pentacles. I suspect that Harry is on his way back to the UK, and no, not as a working royal, but I do suspect that there's going to be a property purchase. There's going to be perhaps a focus on a new charity or something like that with that Ace of Pentacles, that he's going to put his Hollywood life behind him and entirely pivot back to his royal life, and hope that he doesn't have an Uncle Andrew moment and that he manages to escape. And it does look as if he is going to manage to escape this. And yes, I know it does all seem terribly unfair. But at the same time, I wouldn't want to be in his shoes, especially those shoes without the socks. I really wouldn't want to be in his shoes, because I think, my personal opinion, that he's a very damaged person, and I think his reputation, however much he's trying to salvage it right now, and others might be trying to salvage it on his behalf, we've looked at that recently, I don't think that reputation can be salvaged, but he is going to start something new, and in this energy of the Queen of Pentacles. So environmental conservation type of thing, save the world kind of thing. If they weren't so estranged, I would even say it could be connected with what his brother is doing, but I think his brother is there with a pitchfork at this point. So there it is, pretty weird reading. And again, I have to say, I'm not accusing Harry of being directly involved in any of these events and this scandal, but it's his associates who might cause some harm to him, or that he is worried might be overshadowing the good that he is trying to do, cough, cough, in the world. Queen of Pentacles and Ace of Pentacles. That's the reading. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.